everyone, it's Lily and welcome back to Cupid Parasite. In the last one we kind of got to know Cupid a little bit and her environment and original location, shall we say. And I guess in this one we kind of continue to explore that. But anyway, let me start. Once again I found myself sighing wistfully while firing off a few arrows. HQH incident that took place after I searched the term #Cupid just kept coming back to haunt me. I just got married and it's all thanks to Cupid. Cupid is the best. It had nothing to do with me, it was all about that Cupid Corporation. I found out that they were running an 8th anniversary promotion and part of that was doing a hashtag campaign. Which must be why so many posts showed up when I did my search. On top of that,
確かにキューピッドの矢がなくても人間なら縁結びの相性を考えるぐらいできるでしょうね。なんたって人間たちは自分で恋愛心理学というものを生み出して恋心の研究をしているんだから。
She didn't mean to, but her comments added insult to injury. I didn't think anyone could comprehend the compatibility between people without my bow and arrow. The humans use their innate intelligence to understand compatibility, and they use it to support each other and aid them in dating. Meanwhile, all I was doing was wasting time blaming Lady Juno for the drop in marriage rates. Aunt Minerva also says something else.
彼らはすごいわ。何でも自分の手でやってのけちゃう。だから今の時代に神頼みする人間なんてほとんどいないのよ。
As usual, I gaze into the spring and take aim with my bow. I see people crossing through an intersection, people waiting in line. Pink, blue, yellow, green. But do these colours actually reveal compatibility? If they truly were a match, they wouldn't break up in the first place, right? Then, have I always been wrong? I assumed I was observing true compatibility, but maybe that's never really been the case. Cupid's bow is a divine artifact, so it's not really my place to question its effectiveness, but if it really did work, marriage rates wouldn't be going down, would they? So maybe Cupid's bow really has been wrong this whole time. Meanwhile, #Cupid keeps on trending on social media, so the Cupid Corporation's matchmaking process is working just fine. I don't know, Cupid, I think the issue isn't compatibility itself, I think it's more like, do they choose to stay together, Their bridal advisors might even be doing a better job of playing Cupid than I ever have. I do love this and thing. I don't know, it's a nice touch. The more I thought about that, the more time I spent in Aunt Minerva's room trying to learn everything I could about human culture. Humans also developed something called a dating app, based on their romantic psychology. It led to doubts in my own work. Maybe humans really didn't need the gods. They started using their brains more, with ideas the gods had never even considered. Before long, I'd forgotten all about firing off my arrows and was spending all my time researching the ways of humankind. You're slacking off, Cupid. You're not doing your job. I guess you could half argue she is right now, right? Technically. I'd all but abandoned my role as Cupid, which had not gone unnoticed. One day, Dad told me to come and see him.
Cupid. 相変わらず神としての自覚が薄いようだ。
Here we go. Gonna get a lecture again. Dad slowly paced around the room, glaring at me all the while. He wore the same expression he always had when he was lecturing me.
聞いたぞ。お前は最近キューピッドの矢を使っていないようだな。しかも仕事をサボったばかりでなく、あろうことかミネルヴァの部屋に入り浸っていたらしいな。ミネルヴァにはあまり近づくなと言っただろう。だんまりか。まったく嘆かわしい。神が導いてやらねば人類はどうなる。お前にはキューピッドとしての使命がある。何度も言っているが、それを放棄などするから結婚率が下がっているのだ。
Are you sure about that?
どういうことだ？
Humans are doing fine on their own. They're handling all their matchmaking needs by themselves. Listen, Dad, I've been thinking. Maybe the marriage rates are lower exactly because I've been using my arrows to force them together. Maybe my way of doing things is wrong, and they understand better. Maybe...
何を言い出すかと思ったら、なんてくだらない。
Huh?
人間が神より優れているだと？そんなことあるわけないだろう。人間がここまで進化できたのは我ら神のおかげだ。それを奴らの方が正しいなどとくだらんことを言うな。人間が考えることなんてな、我々神の領域には全く及ばん。そんなこともわからんのか、お前は。
What? That's awful. It's pure arrogance. How can you be so cruel? Humans have been working so hard for so long to do things on their own.
自分たちの力？馬鹿げたことを言うな。あれもすべて我らが授けた知恵だ。お前も習っただろう。人間の文化が発達したのもすべては我らがいたからだ。その根底を忘れるんじゃない。まったく。だからミネルヴァに近づくなと言ったのだ。お前は若くて未熟だ。あの変人に近づけば余計な価値観を植え付けられると懸念していたのだが、やはり。
Oh dear. Here we go. I love this music. You're so stubborn.
No.
Human wisdom only comes from the gods? Then why doesn't Celestia even have any DVDs?
DVD? なんだそれは。
See? You don't even know that much? It's a device invented by humans, all by themselves, without any help from the gods. Humans are not foolish. They have the power to create something from nothing, and it's not right for you to deny that fact.
だが、人間は愚かだ。どれだけ争いの歴史を繰り返したと思う。神が導かなければとっくに滅亡している。
They are foolish, just in a different way, maybe.
お前がそんなだから結婚率も低下しているんだ。分かったらちゃんとキューピッドとしての仕事を全うしろ。
I have been, but people still aren't getting married, which means our way of doing things must be wrong.
違う。お前がサボっているからだ。
I have not, at least until the HTQH incident happened. I was doing my job as hard as I could.
ね HQH?
The hashtag Cupid happenstance. I was working so hard right up until that day I learned humans have been doing their own matchmaking. Did you know, Dad? They have something called romantic psychology. Humans are using their brains to do things we thought only we could. And they're succeeding at it too. They don't need our help to fall in love. I think it's time to let them live their lives as they see fit.
バカな。そんなことでお前はキューピッドとしての役目を放棄するというのか。
Why not? Humans would be better off if we just left them alone. Dad, the era of gods telling humans how to live is over.
キューピッドなんて愚かな。人の気持ちは簡単に移ろいゆく。任せるなど破滅しか生まん。
Why can't you just trust them?
あやつらの根本は変わらん。愚かで醜い争い好きの生物だ。神が導かなくてどうする。お前は黙って矢を射って恋結びをすればよい。余計なことを考えるんじゃない。
What? So he just wants me to shut up and go back to thoughtlessly firing off my arrows? Talk about absurd notions. If I could prove that the power of humankind is superior to the power of the gods, that would satisfy you, right?
何よバカバカしい。そんなことができるとでも思うのか。
Yes, I do. And to prove it, I'm gonna go down to the human realm, become a common mortal, and do the matchmaking by hand.
なんだって？
I'll help people get married without using my arrows. If I could do that, then would you admit I'm right? I'd said all of that without really thinking about it, and as I finished, I let out a sharp gasp. I should have done this from the beginning. It's better than sitting around here mulling things over and again.
何を言い出すかと思えば、キューピッドの矢を使わず恋結びをするだって？無謀だ。どうせすぐ値を上げるに決まっている。
Well, I won't know unless I try.
やるだけ無駄だ。分かったらさっさと仕事に戻れ。
No. He could yell at me all he wanted this time. I had no intention of bending to his will. Just the idea of admitting he was right made me sick to my stomach. I was more sure than ever that humankind was truly wonderful. And since Dad was being as stubborn as ever, I decided I'd prove it to him. Prove that humans didn't need the gods anymore. So, I'm serious about this. I'll help more people fall in love than I ever could from up here. All you care about is that the people I bring together get married, right? Not just love, but lasting connections. I'll prove to you I can do it.
ほう、今よりも。だが、今まで恋結びした人数をお前は数えているのか？所詮お前はその程度だ。いいからおとなしく。
Fine. If I can become the most famous bridal advisor in the human world, then will you admit I'm right?
ブライダルアドマ。
It's the human version of Cupid. There are these amazing companies down there called marriage agencies that help people fall in love. I'll join the top agency in the world and become their best employee. That would make me the greatest Cupid in the human world. If I steal away my divine powers and then earn my way to the very top, will you admit that I'm right about this?
はっ、そんなことができれば確かに認めてやろう。できるとは思わないかな。
Whether I can or can't isn't important. I have to try. I'll become so famous, they'll have me doing interviews for every magazine and TV. And when that happens, Dad, you lose. I'll become the most amazing bridal advisor ever and show you how right I was. As I turned to leave, I could feel my dad staring and starting to panic.
おい、まさか本気で。
Oh, they had their little argument. Yes, I'm serious. I hate you, Dad. Oh, bless her. Oh no. After snapping at him one last time, I ran out of the room.
おい、いたか。
いや、こっちにはいない。
Now I'm on the run, and I've got divine soldiers chasing after me.
たく、キューピッド様は何をやらかしたらあんなにマーズ様を怒らせるんだ。ほら行くぞ。早く見つけないと、俺たちがマーズ様に怒られる。
Oh, poor divine soldiers. Jeez, did he seriously have to send them all after me? He said I could go and try, but he still refuses to actually let me do it. Knowing him, if they catch me, I'll end up locked in my room for a long time to say the least. Dad's methods are just too old-fashioned. He'll have me on house arrest without letting me get a word in edgewise. In which case... Lady Minerva, I need her to help me. Is that what it said? Lady Minerva, I need her to help me hide. I snuck past the divine soldiers and ran off toward Aunt Minerva's room.
あら、キューちゃんじゃない。聞いたわよ。マーズに喧嘩売ったんだって。
He's just terrible. He said all these awful things about humankind. So I told him I would prove to him just how amazing humans can be. I looked around her room with fresh eyes. I took in all the movies we'd watched over and over again, all the incredible outfits. Even if the gods had provided them with wisdom, it was the humans themselves that had created all of this. That's what I want Dad to understand. And not just him, I want everyone in Celestia to understand. It's not only because of the gods' blessings. I just can't believe that all the efforts of humankind had nothing to do with it. I can't ignore all that hard work. Continuing to mindlessly shoot my arrows down at them just didn't seem right. I'm gonna go to the human realm. I'm going to do my matchmaking as a normal human.
本気？
Very serious. I'm sick of doing whatever my dad says. I want to be more than just the god of love.
まあ、キューちゃん、最高よ。それでこそ私のメイン、心の友だわ。
Please, Lady Minerva, please help me. How can I reach the human realm? Despite everything I'd said to Dad, I didn't actually have any idea how to get down there. It's not like I've ever tried to leave Celestia before.
そうね。まず人間界で暮らすなら、それ相応の準備が必要よ。それよりも肝心なのは、ジュピターの監視をどうやってかいくぐるかよね。
Ah, right. I'd always heard that Lord Jupiter had the power to find any other god at will. And he's a member of Deacon Sentes just like Dad, so I'm sure he wouldn't approve of my plan. But it's not like you can just snap your fingers and make me invisible or something, right?
そうね。
So even if I could escape, I'd just be dragged right back. My plan had fallen on its face before I could even get off the starting line. But then my aunt just grinned at me.
そこはこの人間界マニアのレディ・ミネルヴァに任せなさい。
Humanity fanatic. She clapped her hands and the room got brighter. That little trick had surprised me at first, but not anymore.
まずは追跡対策ね。一応確認するけれど、キューピッドの矢は深部だから外せないわよね。
That's right. Whenever I forget it at the spring or something, it always makes its way back to me. Cupid's bow, a divine artifact that never leaves my side. Right now, it feels more like a curse than anything. When I'm not using it, it takes the form of a necklace around my neck. If I need it, I just touch it and it turns back into an actual bow and arrow. Oh, I want a necklace in the form of a bow and arrow. That sounds so cute. No matter where I leave it, it always comes back. In other words, Cupid can never be separated from her bow and arrow.
なるほどね。矢を外せるならすぐに解決すると思ったけれど。
Wait, really?
ええ、あいつはただ寝具を追ってるだけだもの。寝具さえなければ個体の追跡なんてできないわ。
I had no idea. But wow, she's so casual when she talks about him. But I guess she can do that as a fellow Deacon Sente. I couldn't do that.
となると矢を何とかしないと見つかるけど、それもあなたのそのキューピッドの矢にちょこっと細工してジャミングしちゃえば大丈夫ね。
Jam the what now?
探知するのと同じ力を発することで探しづらくなるみたいな意味よ。厳密にはちょっと違うけれど。でもその原理でノイズを発する道具を作ってネックレスにつけちゃえば見つからなくなるはずよ。それはこの学問の神であるレディ・ミネルヴァが作ってあげる。ほら、これで1個解決したでしょ。
Okay. But now that I'm thinking about it, is it even possible for me to leave without Lord Jupiter's permission? To descend to the human realm, you have to make a formal request to Lord Jupiter. Then you can enter the wooded cave near the round table. But if I can't use that, then...
あら、私が作ったゲートがあることをお忘れかしら？
Oh! That's right. Aunt Minerva did tell me about a secret gate she made leading to the human realm. Then you'll let me use it?
もちろんよ。可愛い姪っ子のためだもの。というわけで、追跡防止と降臨の仕方はクリアね。あと一番の問題は人間界に降りてからの生活よね。Q ちゃんも知ってるわよね。神であっても人間界に行ったら人間と同じような体になるって話。
Oh yeah, I've heard that before. Our bodies become human, which means we have to eat in order to survive and sleep in order to function day to day.
住民票の偽造に住処の確保はまあ神の力でなんとかなるとして、問題は生活費よね。Q ちゃん、人間界の降臨って初めてなのよね。
Yeah.
さすがに私でも金の偽造はやったら怒られるところじゃないし。ま、そこは Q ちゃんに頑張ってもらうとしますか。一緒にアルバイト探しましょう。
A part-time job? Like that thing we always see in the movies? Oh god.
そうよ。
Part-time job, such a wonderful phrase, filled my heart with joy. It's the fact that most people, part-time job, it's like, oh no, I hate retail, that sort of thing, you know, but she's so excited about it. We'd seen tons of Sillywood actresses play roles where they had to work at part-time jobs.
それに安心して。一応選別に1ヶ月ぐらいの生活費は私がお小遣いにあげるわ。でもそれ以上滞在するつもりならきちんと自分で自分の食いぶちを稼ぐこと。いい？
I understand.
あんまりお手伝いできなくてごめんね、Q ちゃん。
It's okay. You've already helped me plenty, Lady Minerva. After all, this started out as an argument just between my dad and me.
そりゃ可愛い姪っ子が悩んでいたら考えないわけにはいかないわよ。それに私だってマーズの考えにムカつくし。
I guess I don't really get along.
人間は素晴らしいなよ。それなのに私以外の神は全然それに気づいてくれないの。それどころかマーズったらいっつも私のこと変人扱いするんだもの。ちょっとぐらい反省してほしいじゃない？
So that explains it. Aunt Minerva was always talking about how she was sick of the old-fashioned views of the other stubborn gods.
それにね、実は私も何度も人間界に移住する妄想をしているの。十二神だからさすがに実行には移せないけど。
Lady Minerva, you have?
ええ、何通りもシミュレーションしてるわ。だからこのレディー・ミネルヴァに任せて。さ、そうと決まったら準備に取り掛かるわよ。なんだか楽しくなってきちゃったん。Q ちゃんはどんな家に住みたい
？She quickly pulled out her cell phone and started browsing through real estate properties for me. My mission is to run away from home and prove Dad wrong, to live in the human realm.
あ、人間界の服も必要よね。映画ヘアブリーチの服が可愛かったわ。どこに置いたかしら。
I'm guessing hair bleach is hairspray? Once we got started, things fell into place one after another. After all our preparations were done, Aunt Minerva showed me to the door marked 221B.
さあ、これが私の作った人間界への降臨用ゲートよ。
Wow, 221B? Isn't that the same as Shamrock Holmes? Which I'm guessing is Sherlock Holmes.
ご明察。さすが Q ちゃんね。これを作った時ちょうどその映画にハマってたのよ。人間界へ降りれば他にもいろんな映画のロケ地に行けるわ。その服も似合ってるわね。勉強も仕事も恋も頑張るロマンス映画のヒロインみたいよ。
She does
楽
look
しんできて
cute.
ね。
I like her when she has her hair down. I will! Thank you so much, Lady Minerva. Keeping in mind everything I'd learned from all those movies, I focused on things like the dating agency, social media, and of course, #Cupid. A city and culture built entirely by humankind, and before long, I'd be standing in the middle of it all.
ああ、でも映画仲間がそばからいなくなるのは私も寂しいわ。元気でやるのよ、Q ちゃん。
Oh, Lady Minerva. I gave her one last hug, and she hugged me back tightly. We'd become almost like mother and daughter. I'm going to become an amazing bridal advisor and make Dad eat his words.
その息よ。さ、名残惜しいけれどぐずぐずしてたら身辺に見つかっちゃう。いってらっしゃい。楽しんできてね。
Aww. The gate opened and Aunt Minerva gave me a gentle nudge, and then... That's her, like, clothes. That's so cute. I like that top. What the... When I opened my eyes, I was greeted with an image straight out of the movies I'd seen. People. There were people everywhere. Colourful shops lined the streets. It was a vibrant world, completely unlike the dull divine realm. So this is the human realm. All my worries melted away as my heart began to fill with excitement. Step 1. Go to college and study romantic psychology. Step 2. Graduate and get a job at Cupid Corp. I want to study romantic psychology. That sounds so interesting. I'm going to become bridal advisor and learn how to connect people without using my divine powers. That's my ultimate goal. There are plenty of matchmaking services in this world, but it looks like the one with the highest success rate is the Cupid Corporation. Based on my search, it's safe to assume that Cupid Corporation is the top matchmaking service in the world. I'm going to become the top bridal advisor at the best company in the world and prove Dad wrong. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. Aunt Minerva and I have prepared everything I need to succeed. First off, I need to get into college. Apparently Cupid Corp won't hire anyone without a college degree. I'm gonna beat you, Dad. I'm gonna show you that I was right. Oh, cute. A strange creature seemed to be reacting to my excited muttering. Huh? Wait, is that a divine beast? The Deacon Sentes had tamed fantastical animals of all kinds and shapes to do their bidding. These were known as divine beasts. I remember feeling something bump my shoulder as I went through the gate, but I just figured it was Aunt Minerva giving me one last little push. Hello there. What's your name?
Chi.
Oh, it's so cute. Chi, huh? Okay, nice to meet you, Chi.
Chi.
Oh shoot, I probably shouldn't hang around here too long. Where was my new home again? I wandered down the street while looking over the instructions Aunt Minerva had given me. She'd written the address of a share house she'd found online. In a city like Lost York, roommates are basically mandatory if you want to be able to afford rent. It looks like I'll be living with someone named Gil Lovecraft. Aunt Minerva said that the name Lovecraft literally means to create love, so it was a perfect fit for a roommate. I love it. I wonder if she chose it literally for that reason. I bet having a roommate is going to be so much fun, just like in the movies. I wonder what they'll be like. Bless her, she's so cute. As of today, I get to experience the thrill of having a roommate.
えルームシェアの相手はマイクっていう男じゃ。
Oh, Gil, when he was younger, I guess. I love the little ponytail. Oh, my aunt must have written that in without really thinking. Sorry, I'm not Mike. Anyway, nice to meet you.
じ
Oh, gee.
おお女の子とルームシェア
Oh, poor old Gil. Okay, so I shall leave it there. That was fun. I mean, I personally prefer the sort of like going through the modern settings rather than exploring the God world, but it is still kind of refreshing to see like it go back and forwards between, you know, the modern world and the God world. And I think it continues to be like that. It's been a while, so I can't remember, but yeah. Anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!